Chapter 1 of the Four Pools Mystery. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Lucy Burgoyne. The Four Pools Mystery by Jane Webster. Chapter 1. Introducing Terry Patten. It was through the Patterson Pratt forgery case that I first made the acquaintance of Terry Patten, and at the time I should have been more than willing to forego the pleasure. Our firm rarely dealt with criminal cases, but the Patterson family were long-standing clients, and they naturally turned to us when the trouble came. Ordinarily so important a matter would have been put in the hands of one of the older men, but it happened that I was the one who had drawn up the will for Patterson Senior the night before his suicide. Therefore the brunt of the work devolved upon me. The most unpleasant part of the whole affair was the notary. Could we have kept it from the papers, it would not have been so bad, but that was a physical impossibility. Terry Patten was on our track, and within a week he had brought down upon us every newspaper in New York. The first I ever heard of Terry, a card was sent in bearing the inscription, "Mr. Terence K. Patten," and in the lower left-hand corner of the Post Dispatch. I shuddered as I read it. The Post Dispatch was at that time the yellowest of the yellow journals. While I was still shuddering, Terry walked in through the door the office boy had inadvertently left open. He nodded a friendly good morning, helped himself to a chair, tossed his hat and gloves upon the table, crossed his legs comfortably, and looked me over. I returned the scrutiny with interest while I was mentally framing a polite formula for getting rid of him without giving rise to any ill feeling. I had no desire to annoy unnecessarily any of the Post Dispatch's young men. At first sight my caller did not strike me as unlike a dozen other reporters. His face was the face one feels he has a right to expect of a newspaper man, keen, alert, humorous, on the lookout for opportunities. But with a second glance I commenced to feel interested.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?